I am actually enjoying documenting my time at home with the pictures and videos. This last week, cleaning and organizing moved outside. I've had a raised vegetable garden since about October. My husband built it for me, and we always grow all sorts of vegetables. And the fight is always with the weeds and to keep the vegetables pruned, soil aerated, and irrigated. Again, like everyone else, time was a hot commodity prior to COVID. And honestly, the last thing I wanted to do after work or on a weekend is to get out in the hot Florida weather.
I know it looks like I gave my roses a pretty severe haircut here, but I guarantee you when we check in with them next week after this pruning, they're going to look much better. Tiny little rose that I got off of my rose bush. I actually didn't mean to cut it, but since I did, I'm going to see if I can cultivate it here in the vase. So these are some of the peppers that I was able to get out of my garden this morning. This one's probably not good, but I got 2 jalapenos right here, and all the rest of these are serrano peppers. So I'm gonna put that bad serrano in here, and this is stuff that I'm gonna go put in my compost pile, Fur and I compost. And these are the tops of some bell peppers that I used recently, and I'm actually going to try and dry the seeds and then use the seeds to grow some of my own bell peppers.
Just when you think you've cleaned everything, you realize the vegetable drawer is a mess. So guess what? Yep, I cleaned it. At some point, my drill attachment arrived to clean grout, and I went to town on the shower. When everything is clean, there is a real sense of satisfaction. I have also kept up with my workout routine. I reached a milestone this week. I completed my 200th run. My goal for April is to complete 100 miles, and so far I am on pace. Of course, I cooked all week long, and we haven't been out to eat or ordered Uber Eats since before March 13th. I prepared some roasted peppers for the week for our salads, and I put the discards in our compost. Yep, it looks gross, but it all gets broken down and turns into the best soil. This is a little urban composter that we bought from Amazon in October. Fur really helped with meals this week, from grilled chicken to ribs. I made strawberry ice cream, and on Saturday morning, I got up super early and made homemade cinnamon rolls. The entire process takes about 2 hours from start to finish, and we each had one cinnamon roll and then decided to deliver the rest to our friends. It wouldn't be quarantine without the TV, Netflix, Prime Video, you name it. I started watching Making the Cut and I am in love with it. I also have a confession. I love trashy reality TV and enjoy watching everything Real Housewives. This is a clip from the Atlanta edition. I love Nene. When I get up in the morning, I sit on the couch to teach, read emails, handle office hours, and the TV starts with the news on Channel 4 and continues on to Let's Make a Deal. However, as soon as the noon news ends and the soap operas begin, I change the TV to HGTV for the rest of the afternoon. Today on HGTV, it happened to be The Property Brothers, and I actually really love that show. And so I will watch HGTV until it's time to watch the news again. During this time, I really have gotten to stop and enjoy all of my flowers that are in bloom. From my desert rose to my little succulents, my orchids, oh my gosh, I have so many orchids, to my delicate Mexican petunias. And it makes me think of that old adage, sometimes you really have to stop and smell the roses. I had a great Zoom chat with some of my debate students this week, and I miss them greatly. As a competitive team, we spend most Saturdays together at competitions, both nearby and far away. Our last big travel trip was to compete at Berkeley in California in February. That time seems a world away now. I'm going to end my diary this week with a montage of my pets. You met some of them last week. This is our golden boy Tank. He is the gentle giant of the house. Athena, the only lady, is the queen. She was adopted from Dade Animal Services. She loves chin rubs. Ajax has been doing yoga and has mastered the downward dog. Ace, of course, is up to his usual shenanigans. He is always so bad. Early mornings call for a meeting to plan the day, mostly napping. Domino has very odd sleeping habits. And Fur seems like a tough guy sometimes, but he too is a gentle giant, and he is cuddling Ace. And with that, it's time to say goodbye until next week.